Hey there! This video is about the killing of Michael Reinoehl, the principal suspect for killing of Aaron Danielson. If you don't want to miss out our videos, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to get notified every time we post new videos. A Portland man was killed Thursday night while authorities attempted to apprehend him on a murder warrant appeared to admit that he was responsible for a failed shooting of a supporter of a right-wing group during clashes between pro-Trump groups and left-wing protesters in the Oregon City. The U.S. Marshals said a task force was attempting to arrest Michael Reinoehl in Washington state. He was wanted by the Multnomah County Circuit Court on a charge of second-degree murder. Reinoehl was allegedly involved in August 29th shooting incident in Portland, Oregon that resulted in a death, U.S. Marshals said. Multnomah County District Attorney Mike Schmidt said Portland police searched Reinoehl's home and found ammunition of the same caliber used in the fatal shooting and clothes that match what Reinoehl was wearing on the same night of the incident. Statements after death. Reinoehl's sister, who asked that her name not be used, said in a statement that her estranged brother believed that the country is going to war. He believed the war was here and look at where that got him. Look at where it got us. She said, 2 men are dead. He is one of them. 2 families have been thrown into the chaos and everyone seems more up in arms than ever. I believe the peaceful majority are stronger than that. We have the strength to choose. We can still choose peace and we can change the course of things through open communication. Referring to threatening messages she and her family received recently, she added, "It was hard to look hatred in the eye and choose not to reflect it back when so much was directed our way, but under all of that bitterness, we are all people. People who are angry, scared, and bitter, but we are more than that, and we are stronger than the forces tearing us apart." The task force located Reinoehl in Olympia, Washington and attempted to arrest him. Initial reports indicate the suspect produced a firearm threatening the lives of law enforcement officers. Task force members responded to the threat and struck the suspect, who was pronounced dead at the scene, the statement said. None of the task force members were injured. Desherlyn Chapman, who was arriving at the apartment complex at the time, told reporters Friday that Reinoehl left an apartment and got in his car before attempting to flee on foot. That's just when you hear shots, she said, adding that the suspect fell a few feet from his car, which was left running for hours after the shooting. She said windows of cars in the parking lot were blown out by the gunfire. A fence and wall outside her home was also hit. She said officers tried to resuscitate Reinoehl. "I was pulling out when it was all happening, so I could have been out of here in the crossfire," Chapman said. It's not known if Reinoehl fired at officers. According to Thurston County Sheriff's Lieutenant Ray Brady, who said 4 officers fired their weapons. The suspect was shot trying to flee. According to a statement from the Thurston County Sheriff's Office, which does not identify Reinoehl by name, members of a violent offender task force led by the U.S. Marshals were conducting surveillance on an apartment when the suspect came out of the apartment and got into a vehicle to leave, said the statement posted to Facebook Friday. During the attempt to apprehend him, shots were fired at the suspect of the vehicle and he fled from the vehicle on foot, said the statement, adding that the man was shot and pronounced dead at the scene. "We can confirm at this time that the suspect was armed with a handgun," the statement said. In an interview broadcast Thursday night by Vice News, Michael Reinoehl, 48, appeared to take responsibility for the killing of Aaron J. Danielson at the Portland protest, alleging that he acted in self-defense because he and a friend were about to be stabbed. In the interview conducted with freelance journalist Donovan Farley, Reinoehl said that he went downtown Saturday night to provide security after seeing a caravan of hundreds of Trump supporters parading in vehicles through the city. He described himself as 100% anti-fascist, though not a member of anti-Antifa group. Danielson, who was a supporter of a far-right group, Patriot Prayer, was shot in the chest during the confrontation and died. Reinoehl said that he had decided to speak out because there's been a lot of propaganda put out there. I mean, yeah, dude, you caused a riot. Duh. The interview was broadcast as officers moved to apprehend him in Lacey, Washington, according to a federal law enforcement source familiar with the incident. Trump tweets. In a tweet late Thursday night, President Donald Trump demanded to know, "Why aren't the Portland police arresting the cold-blooded killer of Aaron J. Danielson? Do your job and do it fast. Everybody know who this thug is. No wonder Portland's going to hell." See what I did there? It was unclear whether Mr. Trump was aware of the operation that took place in Lacey to apprehend Reinoehl. His suggestion that Portland was going to hell due to the lack of law enforcement action came 2 days after he ordered the Office of Budget Management and U.S. Attorney General William Barr to identify anarchist cities and cut their federal funding. The shooting on Saturday that left Danielson dead occurred near clashes between supporters of President Trump and counter-protesters after a Trump 2020 cruise rally that happened earlier in the day.
That's it for this video. What is your opinion regarding this suspicious death? Tell us in the comment box. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.